So they're already screaming at me, but I don't care. We've got 1, 2, 3 already. And there we go. We already had a 1 call already. Holy crap. Damn, dude, it's not safe in this area for the citizens. Okay. Okay. So, guys, forgive me for the time being. All right. I'm kind of breaking the rules a little bit. As long as you can see sheriff's deputies within eyesight of you, you should be fine. You should be fine. Apparently, people know that I write. So, we've got the citizens here. They probably are just crazy, but what doesn't matter? So here we are. I saw two deputy vehicles racing down the street that way. One of the gates was closed. There we go. Okay, folks, here we go. My car will be safe. I'm in Cudahy, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the battle is. Okay, I came on my own. I don't advise that. Advising you have a little more wisdom. So let's see what's going on. Everybody's gonna know what kind of car I have. Is this going to be cordoned off completely or what?
What was that?
This is going to be cordoned off completely?
Just right here.
Just for now? That door will open at the end, right?
That door there, I'm not 100% sure.
Public Works, okay. Thanks for your service. My dad worked in Public Works in Torrance.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Okay. Hey. What's up? I gotta be. So nobody can be here at all. No way. Okay, I'm just doing a scan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cars, deputies. Thank you. Okay. Holy crap! They've already got 5 here. Holy crap! Okay, we had one gate that was open over there. We got another one over here. Yeah, I do. Everybody reports. I'm a reporter. That's what I do. Okay. So I'm respecting your privacy. I'm trying not to record anybody. Okay, we got another car right here. Híjole, mano. 10 already? Okay. Okay, so Public Works is over there. Okay, and there we got one of the deputies moving in right there. Marijuana, oi? Marijuana?
De la marihuana.
Unbelievable.
Se la quieren fumar todo.
Y claro que mucha gente no quiere la marihuana. Exacto? So, 2 major issues already happening in the city of Cudahy today. We're already seeing a large police presence, but it's not just about the sanctuary city policy, which the corrupt mayor is hiding behind. What we're also dealing with is the marijuana. The marijuana issue is very tight. As you can see, the deputies told us we cannot go over that side. Okay, so we're going to stay right here. I wonder if it's going to be a packed house today. Hay mucha gente? ¿Ya viene? ¿Ya viene? Mucha gente? Okay. All right, so everybody, the parking lot is open. Okay, parking lot is open in Clara Street Park. You're able to come. Okay, so Julie Hember is seeing me. I think I've been doing this couple. Don't worry about it. I know it takes time to catch up. I'm in the city of Cudahy. We have targeted this city, Huntington Park, and we're also targeting Maywood because these are cities not open yet, though. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is a sanctuary city, but it looks like the city council is so stubborn. Instead of doing the right thing, they insist on doubling down on a destructive policy that is going to essentially bankrupt the city. That's the choice that they've made. What we also see happening too is they are now looking for a last-ditch effort with the marijuana, and that's a real problem. Yeah, I know. Sometimes they will surround your car, so that's one of the reasons why I parked by Public Works. Try to park by someone official, and that way nobody will mess with you. All right. Okay. I don't know why the filming is kind of slow, but everything's going to be just fine. Okay. It's good to see that the park is relatively peaceful. At least they finally kept it open. Is the park going to be closed?
No, it's open.
It's going to stay open.
Yes.
Good. Finally. Okay. Good. Sorry if it's kind of stuttering, if it's hard to see what's going on. Okay. But if you are being recorded. Good job on the tiki torch. I wasn't even in Charlottesville, everybody. Oh, let me rant about that for about 5 minutes. You know, there's all this talk about white supremacy, but the fact of the matter is, the people who are being targeted as the instigators were there just for a free speech rally. I spoke to 2 of them, or one of their contacts, more or less. The fact is, Antifa showed up looking for trouble. The Charlottesville police did not do their job. The Virginia State Police declared that free speech event an unlawful assembly within about 10 minutes. So it was a massive suppression of the First Amendment. And hey, Assemblyman Lackey, hey, you need to get your colleagues in line, okay? You need to start kicking people around. Mark Steinhorth called 25 sheriff's deputies on us when the CHP, when we went to his office a couple weeks ago. So we just can't have that. I hope you're not doing that to your constituents. So there's going to be a lot of issues that are coming up. We're going to see what happens. Everybody just share this. Invite. I'm learning, apparently there's this feature that allows me to invite people, so I'm inviting them. What we're seeing happening is they turn the whole concept of white supremacy, they're turning it as a way to shame people who are American. Well, for lack of a word. Hey, what's up, Jose? Sorry if I brought you in. How you doing? I'll get you out. Sorry about that. Yeah, Antifa and Black Lives Matter, they did a lot of the ruckus there. Okay. And it's really unfair. What you are seeing is essential fake news. Because I'm going to record because I have to, it's for my safety. Yeah, I'm going to keep recording everybody for my safety. Just in case if I see somebody who comes my way. So that's what's happening with that. I think it's time, you know, I was listening to a couple of people in the Charlottesville square and they were shouting, "White lives matter, white lives matter." I'll be honest with you, my gut reaction to that was to be a little disconcerted. You know, but then I started to realize, you know, that isn't racist. White lives are being targeted. We can't deny that. It isn't racist to claim, "Hey, council member Milton Herring, how are you, council member? I'm very angry with how Mayor Pat Fury treated you at a couple of city council meetings ago. I really like that you asserted yourself and said I was trying to express myself and you interrupted me. I'm sorry that happened to you, Colonel. Thank you for your service." So, yeah, Colonel Milton Herring, I'm glad that he sits on my city council in Torrance. Anyway, white lives are under attack. People are being targeted for the color of their skin. That's wrong. There is a systemic attack on white lives in South Africa, I understand. It's a form of reverse apartheid. That is wrong. And we can't deny that. It isn't racist if you're a white person and you don't want to be killed for being white. I have seen white people discriminated against in some of the city council meetings as well. It's very disconcerting. I don't like it. Somebody just mentioned that the person who hit the lady on the sidewalk was an Antifa thug. I bet it will. We're going to see a lot of not just fake news, but libelous news, I think, is going to get debunked in the next week. you know, people also, here's another thing I got to comment on. People make this claim all the time. Well, there's violent people on both sides. I'm sorry, but the left is disproportionately violent. Okay, really quick, everybody. There's another cruiser that's coming up the way. There you see it, everybody. I saw 2 cruisers. They rushed out of the parking lot about half an hour ago. So that was really crazy. Maybe I better hold on to my stuff here. Usually at 6, or?
Yes, around 6.
Okay, so we're waiting for the doors to open. Okay, so it's going to be a pretty hectic meeting. People are going to be complaining about the marijuana, and you know, and let's see. Okay, here we are, August 14th. Rules of decorum. Oh, brother. Yes. Okay, let me look for the marijuana item. Public comment. It's outrageous. That's something we have to start talking about in this city. They limit it to 2 minutes when it takes at least a minimum of 3 to give a complete set of thoughts. There's the consent calendar, approving funds and cash payments, public hearing, a zoning ordinance regarding medicinal-only commercial cannabis. So in case you don't know already, Southeast LA cities are going bankrupt. They're desperate for any kind of revenue they can find. So now what they're doing is they're going to marijuana. They're using marijuana. They're hoping that this will be a cash cow, so to speak. You know, money munchers, so to speak, that this is somehow going to improve the fiscal situation in the city. I doubt that. I doubt that in a great way. Milton Herring, all lives matter. Let's work together to make this world a better place to live. We will have differences, but we must be respectful. I could not agree more. And I was so thoroughly disrespected, Colonel Herring, in Huntington Park and in Cudahy. In Huntington Park, you know, they arrested me for no reason. I don't see that as respectful. I also know that the same city has targeted people who are not white, you know, who are not Hispanic. I remember reporting, I was dictating an article that I'll be writing the next couple of days. There was a Huntington Park City Council member who said, you know, things were not so good in Huntington Park when the Americans were in charge. The city council member actually said that. The good news is that she was resoundingly booed for saying so. So that was very offensive, it was racist, and it was denounced. What the heck's going on? Stop the drug wars. Hey, Dura, how are you? If you can make it to Cudahy, do it. If you can't, that's okay too. We'll see what happens. Okay. Hey, Gary, I saw you too. Gary Galino, a.k.a. Grindall61, put together a really good video kind of showing how there's a brown supremacy movement that's pushing people out of city council meetings, pushing them out of schools, pushing them out of buildings. You know, that's something else I will probably be writing about. There's been more research on this. There was a number. I've heard a lot of stories. I've read a lot of things. What was it? Boyle Heights used to be a very Jewish area, and then it became a very black area. But there was a lot of firebombing from illegal alien, you know, Hispanic gangs. And they scared away the black communities, and so it became heavily Hispanic. These are the kind of stories that we need to be learning about more, and we haven't learned about them enough. Let's see. So we've got people talking about the pot issue coming up, as well as the sanctuary city issue. I can assure you that we are taking diligent steps to ensure that our laws are enforced in every angle. Strangely enough, even though Jeff Sessions, I know, is very much against marijuana and very much against the legalization of marijuana, you guys should know, Jeff Sessions is against marijuana too. Él no quiere marijuana, no más. Jeff Sessions, no lo quiere. Sí. Yeah, so you've got a guy in the White House who is very much opposed to marijuana. So I wonder how that's going to play out today. That's going to be an interesting angle. So I hope the rest of the team's okay. Everything should be all right. East Los Angeles had Russians when I lived there in the 70s. Yes. I think the Jewish communities moved more west side. Yeah. I have friends of mine who live in the East LA area too. So just showing you, we've got the sheriff's deputies. They're just keeping an eye out for us. Keeping an eye out. I can't make the video large or small. This is just where we are right now. Whoa, I'm losing my grip here. Okay, Darlene Runge, Miss Savard, I am in Cudahy right now. We're waiting for the city council meeting to begin. And I do not know what time it is. Well, I gotta keep myself safe, so. Well, let's just say people have tried to hurt me. Tried. They haven't succeeded. Thank God. Yeah. Psalm 91. Psalm 91. Arthur is not alone. Please bear in mind that I've got angels watching out for me, first of all. Okay, well, here's another topic we can explore in the meantime. Tell me, everybody, do you think that the Confederate statues all over the South should be torn down? You know, I just think that's an interesting thought, you know, because I kind of see it from both angles. You know, the Confederacy was a rebel. It was a rebellion, and it was quashed. It was a rebellion against our states, our nation's sovereignty. It was a misunderstanding of state sovereignty. It was a misunderstanding of state sovereignty, and, you know, they lost. Luigi Garcia says, no way, no, we don't want to get rid of history. Fair enough. You know, it's a pretty dicey issue, and I guess it makes sense. I think the real problem is, why are we talking about getting rid of Confederate statues? Why aren't we talking about opening up schools, choice for everybody? Why aren't we talking about the expansion of concealed carry? Why aren't we talking about repealing Obamacare? Why aren't we talking about tax reform? So everybody says, no way, don't get rid of the monuments. Okay, I think that's a great sentiment all around. I think that I saw another videographer going this way. We'll see what happens. Okay, fixing our roads. Yeah, let's talk about the state government. Everybody, here in California, if you're not aware of this already, I think it occurred in 2014. The state legislature passed a law which would ban the display of Confederate flags. It would ban the display of Confederate flags on state property. You know, they were talking about banning a flag when they should have been talking about, oh, I don't know, yeah, fixing our roads, securing our border, ensuring that police are safe. Jay Obernolte is working on a bill that's called Blue Lives Matter to ensure that anybody who kills a peace officer is guaranteed the death penalty. I don't know why we weren't talking about those things, but that didn't happen. So that's very strange to me. Okay, so that just is very strange to me. This is what should have happened. You know, we've got all of these little political issues that people are kicking around when they ought to be focusing on just doing the basics, ensuring that our laws are respected, ensuring that, you know, the feds, you know, protect our rights, secure the borders, and then ensure all of the rights are protected for the states and the people. Okay, someone mentioned the communist flag. Umberto Abundis. What is the communist flag? Oh, Napoleon's tomb is racist. No, keep monuments. They are this country's history. I would have to agree. Keep the monuments. All right. To me, the bigger issue goes beyond that. Why are we even talking about this? What time is it, may I ask? It's almost 6. Okay, so they're not like keeping us out. Okay, I'm going to do a quick turnaround here. We see Mr. Calderon over there in the yellow shirt. I think he knows me all too well. Figure of shame. That guy ran Maywood into the ground. That guy was at a Brown Supremacy Summit in Riverside that Kevin De Leon had sponsored. That's shameful. Now, that was racist. And Chris Garcia is part of that whole mob as well. Yep. Way bigger. Okay, Andrew Guerrero, you agree with me. We've got bigger issues to deal with in our state, in our country, and they're not being dealt with. So that's a real problem. Some people say it's 6:08. I wonder if they're going to cancel the meeting. Because there's going to be a lot of angry constituents. You know, sorry to interrupt. I have this really ugly feeling They're going to cancel this meeting, and they'll have another special meeting.
You think so?
They,
There's a lot of people
they pull that crap all the time. They do that all the time. I've seen it. They will do budget stuff I was here at a meeting on a Friday,
Friday.
and they were doing budget stuff. And did you know that Chris Garcia was in Mexico in a hotel, $500 a night? And I wonder who was paying for that. Outrageous. Jesus Torres, you mentioned me a comment. I'm not going to be reading it at this time. No marijuana. Exacto. Jeff Sessions. Alex, you should not be doing marijuana in Hawthorne, especially if your citizens, if your residents don't want it. No, it's not open yet. Debemos que esperar.
What about Friday?
Ha! What happened Friday? Yeah, we're doing these big budget decisions. I mean, they were settling the budget for the year. They had these big detailed flyers and the presentation. It was terrible. That's stuff that should be in a city council meeting that you... Say it again, I'm sorry.
It's for the same on the meeting today.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. This kind of crap happens before. It's very offensive. You guys work, you ladies and gentlemen work, and then they pull this nonsense? That's very offensive. We don't tolerate this in my city.
Yeah, what city you?
Torrance. Yeah, it doesn't mean I'm agreeing with every person on the city council, of course, but if they pulled that, there'd be an uproar. And I know people are getting angry here too. So I know somebody tried to call me. Dean, if you tried to call me, just go ahead and comment here below. If it can't be public or private, that's fine. Okay, well, they're going to be discussing marijuana today. Like they can rezone everything and allow marijuana. And a lot of people are opposed to it. Yeah. I'm here because it's a sanctuary city, and I'm opposed to that. It isn't keeping anybody safe. I've talked to residents. They're outraged about it.
About
the crime's gone up. The Nazi guy. Whoever that was, that guy's evil. And the Nazis were left wing too. Thank God our president finally said something about that. He denounced it. I'm fed up with it. We should be able to run our country without people worried about getting shot at. It's ridiculous.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So Trump denounced everything. Jobs are up. The economy's up. Thank God. I see help wanted signs all over. So, how do you feel about the marijuana? You want it here? If you don't, you should speak. If you want to, I mean, unless they're cowards and they're going to shut the meeting down on us. They've done it. You know how many times they've had special meetings? They had 3 in 1 week. Yeah, and like nobody can go because they work, she works, they work. They can't come at 1 in the afternoon. That's outrageous. Yeah. My biggest beef, of course, is the corruption and the lawlessness here. Yeah. Every city has to comply with our federal immigration laws. That's why I love Jeff Sessions. He's enforcing all those. Okay, everybody who's watching, tell me what time it is, because I can't tell you right now.
Just gonna hang around and I'll be back.
Okay, that's fine. Don't worry. We've got more cruisers here than you can count. Okay. So we've got a couple of people here. 6:12. It's 6:12 right now. Huh. Meeting is supposed to start at 6:30. I wonder if they're going to blow us off. Yeah. So this is my take on marijuana. Okay. I think it should be defederalized for starters. I don't think the Fed should be in the business of regulating the substance. There's a lot of people who struggle with marijuana addiction and they can't get help. They can't get help if it's treated as a crime. So I believe in defederalizing it if you're using it. I really have no problem with decriminalizing it. I also support every city choosing to allow it or not allow it, just like they can deny or accept the liquor license. That's how I feel about it. No, I don't like marijuana use. I don't endorse marijuana use. But I also don't believe in locking people up. I also don't believe in just for having it. So, Andrew Guerrero, I personally do not smoke marijuana. I don't think it should be banned. It can be used to treat many disorders. I have friends of mine who are using it for medicinal reasons. Absolutely. And some forms of marijuana, they can remove the THC so that nobody's harmed by it. I absolutely agree with you, Josie. Marijuana, though, God created marijuana. So there are healthy, appropriate uses of marijuana as well. So that's my view on it. I think it should be defederalized for starters, allow the states to make up their minds about enforcement. I'm dropping my signs. Sorry, everybody. Give me a sec. Yeah, Mr. Calderon over there doesn't want to come and say hi. Because I saw him at that Brown Supremacy Summit. That's very offensive. Hey, what's up, Manny? I'm good. No, they're not. It's already like 6:15. Qué bueno. Dos veces. Hey, there's Lieutenant. He's probably not too happy to see me. Oh, God. Green buds everywhere, somebody wrote. Okay, it helps opioid epidemics. Absolutely. Okay, so I just want you to show we have a generally peaceful summit so far. Oh, okay, there they are. There's our lovely supremacy movement coming to say hi. Yeah, they came. They're here. There's Madam Swan over there, otherwise known as RG Wong. Notice how she's walking away. RG, come say hi. All right. Good afternoon, Lieutenant. All right.
Not yet. Let me get the deputies over here so they can search everything.
Oh, okay. Oh, my God. You got to search me. That's right.
Yes, no guns.
Oh, darn. No guns, huh? Shoot. I got to go all the way back to my car. What happens if I also don't have a concealed carry? Uh-oh. Then I'm really in trouble. Okay. How am I going to do this?
Why don't you just step back over there where everybody's at? And we'll get you.
Wait a minute. I have to move back? You're going to have a line right here.
Just go right here. Just go right here. Find a line.
Where?
Right here, where the bus stop is.
Where the bus stop? Okay, that's the line? But wait a minute. What about them?
I'll get them over there.
Okay.
Over here was the bus stop.
Where?
Yeah.
Oh, there's the line right over there? Okay, that's fine. Holy crap. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow. Whoa. Holy moly. Jeez Louise. I knew pot was contentious. Okay. I was told don't go on those sides of the things. So where's the boundary? You're telling me, huh? Okay. This city. Good, they're all showing up. I wish this kind of thing happened in Torrance. Well, we're not going to do marijuana, so. Let's see. Okay, there he goes. Okay, I don't feel like I'm being pushed. 46? Remember, it was 36. Well, this city just got really heated. Let's see, where did she go? There they are. Okay. I'm trying to follow my, keep an eye on me.
Yeah, sure.
Hi, BS Media. Hi, BS Media. That was a great video that you did. Wait, don't go. I'm going to make espresso. That was a great video that you did, but you spelled my name wrong. It has 1 P, not 2. Ah, they don't want to talk to me. Ellos no quieren hablar conmigo. RG, where are your flashlights? That are like criminal. RG, where are your flashlights? Hello, Mr. Calderon. How are you? Chris Garcia. Sorry. It's for people who support Trump. And you did? Good. But I don't know if this guy did. No, I know this guy didn't. He was at a forum with Armando Navarro preaching brown supremacy. I saw that.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
UC Riverside. And Kevin De Leon was the key speaker. That's very offensive.
You don't like
Because I think Americans... Okay, so do you want your bag?
No.
Go ahead. Give me 2 seconds. I have to protect myself. Okay. We're good? Just a box of cards. Of course. No, I understand.
The only thing is just the scissors.
No scissors?
Yeah. Is it round tip? Are they like the
I had the scissors before. They're not a weapon. Or do you want to hold them and I'll get
I'll
them?
hold them and you can get them from me.
Thank you, so I don't have to go back to my car. I'm. Oh yeah, of course, of course. Just if you hold that, I'll get the other article. Crap. I have 2 whistles. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I don't want to. I'm only using them for my protection outside, because I've had friends of mine attacked. They were surrounded by a couple of thugs. Thank you. We're good, officer. Thank you. Hey, you are Van. Nice to meet you. You made it. Perfect timing. Make sure that you're good. Okay. It's really tight now. They're going to be debating marijuana too. Oh, okay. So that's why a lot of people are here. No BS media. Make sure that you spell my name right next time. That guy did a really crappy, he did a great video, but he spelled my name wrong. And now he doesn't want to talk to me anymore. And the Asian lady with the hood on her head, even though it's like summer outside, she uses a flashlight to try to blind people. That's abuse. But for some reason, she doesn't want to talk to me right now. I don't know why. Yeah, and that girl right there, she is a star witness against my corrupt mayor, Pat Fury, because my mayor supports the brown supremacy movement that they push. Notice how she won't say anything this time. Oh, they're getting quiet. Yeah. Anybody who who has like dark skin is somehow better than someone who has lighter skin or olive skin. It's very offensive. There was a guy named Calderon there he is right there. He was at that Brown Power Summit in UC Riverside. Blanca Romas were there.
Get your names right.
Blanca Gomez was there too. What did I get wrong, sir? Because you were there, regardless of your name.
Well, get my name right.
Well, what is it?
Figure it out.
Well, you said it was wrong, so I'll go with Calderon if you can't tell me. That guy used to work in the city of Maywood. Maywood is having a lot of trouble. They're going bankrupt. And so now they're relying on pot as a way to try to plug the holes in. And there's only one good guy. His name is Gerardo Mayagoitia. He's the city clerk. They've attacked him. They've harassed him. It's bad. Very bad. I don't know. Maybe this guy has something to do with it. I don't know. But I get very offended when I hear people saying things like brown race, brown giant. There's a lot of Hispanic people I know that find that offensive. They don't think of themselves as brown. They think of themselves as Americans.
Latina. She loves the country.
Suddenly he doesn't want to talk to me anymore.
Loves the country.
Yeah. What's his name? Raul Rodriguez. I haven't seen him in a while. He's an American. America First Latino. Oh, well, I'll just have to settle for a back seat. Oh, well.
I got some more guys coming too.
Okay, that's fine. Make sure that they sign. They got to sign in within 20 minutes. I want everybody to have a chance to speak.
Yeah, we just want to make sure patriots get heard.
Yeah, and there's a lot of patriots in this city too. And they show up and they oppose the marijuana, and I respect their decision. Okay, I have a pen in my pocket. Okay, who's the guy who has my scissors? I need those scissors. I hate losing scissors. Okay, where did she go? Okay. Thanks for being here. Your name again? Van? Van. We're going to go by Van. That's fine. Okay, and I've got us recorded to keep us safe.
Bobby Maxwell's.
Okay, that's fine.
A couple other guys.
You better hustle. The city council member's complaining about me, I think. Hablamos. I don't know where is everybody. All the usual rogues gallery, they're not here today.
What is the meeting actually?
Okay, well, we're against Sanctuary City, and Chris declared a Sanctuary City 2 years ago as a way to prop up his flagging political chances. Well, I mean, Jack Guerrero beat him in the election. Unfortunately, he did get reelected. But... Okay, so good. Hope the drive wasn't too bad. It took me about an hour to get here. Hey, this is Van. Check him out. What's going on? I'll try not to be too loud. Tyler, right? Looks familiar. Nice.
Sí, está bien. Sí, está bien. Nomás entregue esa papelita ahí enfrente.
Could you hold these for a sec? Yeah, that would help me right now.
Ahorita se lo está.
I give them to the clerk. I remember the routine. I never steal them. Never.
We know that.
Is this
That's the agenda, yeah.
the last one?
Last one, yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. I'll leave it there. Oh, good. Nice and orderly today. Okay, I'll sit down, I promise. Just give me a sec. This is how insane it's gotten. I know it's a little backwards. These big signs are supposed to scare us. Okay, good. Okay. Hey, are those seats okay? Okay, are there? You saved these or what?
No.
Okay, let me see here. Okay. Okay, and there's R.G. Wong right there who flashes a flashlight in people's faces. Abusive. Oh, she's really quiet today. Okay, you got an agenda. I left one. They ran out of them. They need to have more. Here. Please. There you go. This is great. Great. We're the Rogues Gallery, I guess. Okay. Okay. I would encourage you. Okay. You'll give it to the city clerk. He's right there. Today is the 14th. I made a statement. Just put public comment. You can put those on the side if you want, on the wall. That way you don't have to hold on to them.
Is this all in Spanish?
No, no, no. Most people will speak in English, but if it's in Spanish, there's a translator. There'll be an interpreter, excuse me. Okay. Yeah, RG, stop being rude. RG has no manners. She's trying to steal people's seats. Okay. We have lines and we have borders. I'm glad to respect all of them. I did write my name. I didn't write the name. Nice to see you. Okay.
Likewise.
Well, that's a compliment. The clerk's glad to see me. Thank you. Hey, how you doing, buddy? You're not going to say hi to me? Is that your age or your IQ? RG, I got a flashlight. I know how to use it. Thank you. She doesn't want to talk to me today. That's okay. That's a good thing for her. Yeah, they need to listen more. I don't know who he is. Okay, thanks. I'm filming that way, but I have to keep rolling for my safety. All right. Oh my God, he's a child. He's a child. It's in Spanish. Okay, that's fine. I give it to everyone in English, so we're fine. It's nice to be in here. You're not armed, are you? You're not armed, are you? Don't follow me to the gas station, please. Este way, exacto. Way. Way. Is that a problem? Oh, wow. So violent. Wow, throwing my hat. I thought you guys were supposed to be tolerant and loving. My best friends are called Way. Yo, officer. He threw my bandera. Yeah. Wow. Sir, Mr. Garcia here threw my hat. You're going to handle it? You let people act like that? I have friends who I call Way. Why'd you get mad?
You know what that means?
Oh, it means lots of things. It means, dude, are you going to take care of it? Okay, how about he's got to go? You don't just take someone's hats off. Got it. Wow. They have serious problems. Okay, are you going to take care of that or not? Because I don't think it's okay to be. Okay, thank you. Rosa Parks, what about her? Is that your supervisor? Okay. The guy threw my hat off. Yep. I'm sitting here minding my business. Yep. We got two here. Are you going to do something about it or not? Sí, lo miraste, ¿verdad? Exacto. Hay 4 veces. Wow, violent. I don't remember taking someone's hat off in Torrance. I welcomed everybody. Wow, that's a lot of racism, isn't it? Are you going to handle it or not? Okay, all right. I got to respect you're doing your job. You're doing the best you can. All right. Thank God you're not the only
I'm just
one.
here to help keep the peace, you know? Everyone deserves a chance.
You saw what you saw, right? Dean, really quick. That would be nice.
I'm cool with anybody that loves the country.
That's pretty crazy.
I don't care what color you are.
Yeah, your friend over there assaulted me there, Eden. He's really angry because my hat's clean. What do you think of that? Why are you guys so violent? I don't remember taking your hat in Torrance.
You know?
Oh my God. I denounce violence. It's like I denounce violence. I'm trying to come in here as peacefully as I can, and people are already throwing my hat.
And then you have a communist back here. Look at this guy with the socialism.
Where?
No, I'm America for everybody.
You hate Donald Trump. That's
I
fine.
know women's
Oh, you do?
But if it will be Donald Trump, I told you right away, take it out of the hat because are you doing something not good?
You don't like the hat? Okay.
Ama
I
la
like the
bandera.
hat. I like Donald
Que te
Trump.
ama.
Oh, good.
I get it, but
Love the
I don't
flag that
like
loves you.
when people start to make some bad attitude.
Okay.
You
know what? I agree with you.
We're gonna be cool.
I'm not interested in being violent.
You love
I'm just
America?
trying to sit
I like
here.
Donald Trump,
Awesome.
okay?
Awesome.
We don't agree.
He's a Trump supporter, Eden.
We're on the same team.
But
I agree. I'm listening.
if you do something, if you doing something wrong,
Yeah.
with the hat what Donald Trump has,
Yeah.
if it had been Donald Trump, I tell you, you know what?
Take the hat off. I agree.
and move. If it had been there.
Get away. I agree.
Hey man, come on, dude.
I agree. I wasn't insulting the guy. My best friends I used to call Way. I used to call him Way. And he got offended. I don't know why.
All right. But hey,
Sorry if that offended him.
I talk to really different with another friends, but I
You're
know
right.
them first before to talk to
Okay.
very often.
So, okay. There's the lieutenant. The lieutenant gave me 2 hours of his time to help with everything, and it was well respected. How you doing, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How you doing? You're LA List, right, or LAS? Okay. She was like documenting when I was called out of order, but it was one time. One time. Eden, you've got Trump supporters in Cudahy. You disrespect them? They have a right to support whoever they want. I feel like a refugee. My hat just got... Marco, Alan lost his cool and threw my hat off my head. Whatever happened to love Trump's hate? My hat's dirty. Okay. I've got 2 sheriff's deputies. I know what that means. I absolutely know what that means. Thank you for being here. See, that's another reason I need you to be here, to be a witness. So, thank you.
A lot of hate in this room.
Well, no. There isn't a lot of hate. It's just some people. Dan. Sorry to interrupt you. Okay, there you go. That guy is the BS Media guy. Yeah, that guy spelled the name wrong, though. Spelled it with 2 P's. That was wrong. So, but it was a good video. It was a video of me calling out the Huntington Park City Council for... Did you see that video?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and I said, you are out of order. You're picking and choosing who's called out of order. Yeah, it was bad. I mean, this guy was going off about Malibu, and they didn't say anything after he cursed at me.
After you pointed out the 2 individuals that were in there, they're like, can we make a citizen arrest? Is that possible?
Oh, Malibu? I was there yesterday. Thanks.
Is it possible to make a citizen's arrest?
Yes. But for illegals, it's a federal issue. I have to still look into that. Unfortunately,
Make sure you get the communists in the back there.
where's my Jeff Sessions sign?
You got the socialism.
Let me see that. Socialism or barbarism? I say capitalism.
Yeah. Freedom, baby.
Do I have to stay seated?
National socialism. That's
I
what
have
you're
to think-
supporting?
okay. All right.
You're supporting socialism?
You know how many people
You know
were
Hitler
killed?
was a socialist?
Yes, and a left-wing socialist.
You support Mao? You support Stalin?
You know how many
All
Chinese
of them were
died?
socialists and communists? So you're a socialist and communist too? You support that?
I don't know who that guy is, but he's wearing a marijuana shirt. That's pretty nice. Can I have a shirt? I'm okay with decriminalizing pot. So, I'm just sitting here minding my own business, and I'm getting treated like this.
See how it is.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I'd rather stand in the back, to be honest, because I feel like I'm going to get rolled up from behind right now.
Okay. Oh, you do whatever you feel said, but I do need my signs. Let me have them over here.
No, I'll stick with you, but we should sit towards the back.
You've got 3 sheriff's deputies. They'll protect
We
you.
got a lot of people right behind us.
That's fine.
We got some commies and
Don't worry about it.
this fucking guy right here.
Isn't that interesting? We always lead.
Order.
Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you guys for joining us this evening. This is a regular meeting of the Cudahy City Council and the joint meeting of the Cudahy Successor Agency. Today is Monday, August 14th, and the approximate time is 6:35. Let's go ahead and start off with a roll call. Good evening, members of the public. Councilmember Guerrero.
Present.
Councilmember Markovich? Councilmember Sanchez? Absent. He has an excuse absence for today. Thank you. Vice Mayor Hernandez? Mayor Garcia? Here. Thank you. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
Absolutely. Thank God. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you guys. We're going to start off presentations once again with an overview of rules of decorum. We're going to continue this at the start of every meeting. What we're going to do is go over the rules and procedures, why they're important, and why we have rules to begin with. Let me just first reiterate what these meetings are not. These meetings are not a protest. These meetings are not a political rally. These are governmental proceedings. We're here to discuss city business at hand, and therefore the city of Cudahy abides by what we refer to as Robert's Rules of Order. It's a lengthy process, but pretty much it sums down to no interruptions of any kind. There are rules that we have as a council, that city staff has a council. Everyone has a role, including the LA County Sheriff's Department, which act as our sergeant of arms. Right. If they see anybody yelling, willfully interrupting these meetings, you will be escorted out of these chambers. So want to make that loud and clear now. This is an official first warning for everybody. It's my understanding somebody already got kicked out and we haven't even started the meeting yet. So please treat everybody with respect. Everyone has different points of views. Those differences of opinion should not be positioned as enemies towards one another. All right? We are a civilized society and we engage with each other with respect and with substance. Okay? There's a lot going on in this world. We're watching it as we turn on the news. I ask that that will not be tolerated in here. All right? All right. With that, I'm going to hand it over to Sergeant Beers from the LA County Sheriff's Department to further reiterate the penal codes and the rules that everybody in here must abide by.
Members of the public are advised that all pagers, cellular telephones, and any other communication devices are to be turned off upon entering the city council chambers. If you need to have a discussion with someone in the audience, kindly step out in the lobby. Under the government code, the city council may regulate disruptive behavior that impedes the city council meeting. Disruptive conduct may include, but is not limited to, screaming or yelling during another audience member's public comment period, profane language directed at individuals in the meeting room, throwing objects at other individuals in the meeting room, physical or verbal altercations with other individuals in the meeting room, and going beyond the allotted 2-minute public comment period granted. When a person's or group's conduct disrupts the meeting, the mayor or presiding officer will request that the person or group stop the disruptive behavior and warn the person or group that they will be asked to leave the meeting room if the behavior continues. If the person or group refuses to stop the disruptive behavior, the mayor or presiding officer may order the person or group to leave the meeting room and may request that those persons be escorted from the meeting room. Any person who, without authority of law, willfully disturbs or breaks up a city council meeting is guilty of a misdemeanor.
Thank you so much. And that also includes applause, boos, cheering, whistling, anything that is willful disruption will not be tolerated. The only time we tolerate any applause is during presentations, when we're acknowledging students, when we're acknowledging community groups. Aside from that, starting from public comment, everybody is going to be respected when they come up here, whether you like their point of views or you don't. There will be no applause, there will be no booing. Just listen. Everyone has 2 minutes to speak their mind, and that is the only time you're allowed to speak out. Just no profanity. All right. With that, we're going to move on to Section B. This is the Certificate of Recognition awarded to our LA County Sheriff's Deputy Gonzalez. Is Deputy Gonzalez here? There he is. So before we begin, Deputy Gonzalez is leaving us, and we have a few prepared remarks. So Deputy Gonzalez has handled many quality of life issues ranging from homeless encampments to illegal vending to public nuisance. He has done an excellent job in handling the quality of life concerns in our community, throughout public safety, throughout these city council meetings as well. He has been very involved with the schools. He's participated in numerous book readings throughout our elementary schools. Deputy Gonzalez coordinated and planned the city's Neighborhood Watch and Business Watch programs. Prior to Deputy Gonzalez's assignment, he had no history or involvement in Neighborhood Watch meetings. We were the first. Deputy Gonzalez has done a great job here in the city of Cudahy, and we will miss him greatly. Let's give him a big round of applause to Deputy Gonzalez. On behalf of the city of Cudahy, it is with gratitude and appreciation for your ongoing service to making Cudahy a better place. Dated this 14th of August, 2017, by Mayor Garcia. Thank you.
All right. Sheriff Gonzalez has been a pretty good guy. I don't even wear a suit. I don't wear a suit.
Captain Perez from the LA County Deputy Sheriff's, step up, please.
Good evening, council members, members of the public. I want to thank you very much for honoring Deputy Moreno. You know, he's been a staple here since I've been here for the last year and really made my transition into the community much easier. Every neighborhood watch meeting I attend to, all the citizens know him, they know the work he does, and he's really going to be missed. But I want everybody to know that the Sheriff's Department has recognized his talents, and not only is he moving on, but he's getting promoted. He's soon going to be a sergeant. So,
all right.
City clerk. And I know I speak with for everybody at East LA Sheriff Station, but also everybody in Cudahy. We're going to miss him. So
yeah,
he'll still be on the department serving. So it's good news. Thank you.
Congratulations. All right, next we got a certificate of recognition awarded to one of our former boxing coaches. Even had mentor. I never met him personally, but
how can he be
I
a
know
mentor?
a lot of residents who have gone through this program and speak very highly of Coach Manuel Hernandez. Is he here today? Due to injury, he's retiring. Manuel Hernandez, we want to thank you for many years of service and your contribution as a boxing coach to nuestra comunidad. Te quería dar personalmente gracias de parte de nuestra ciudad, de parte de todas las vidas que has impactado con tu servicio. Gracias por todo. Tú has cambiado más vidas que tú crees, por las historias que yo he oído. Yo no te conozco muy bien, pero todos los que hablan de ti hablan muy bueno. So, gracias por tu servicio y vamos a tomar una foto.
Wow, that's nice.
Muchas gracias, Señor Hernandez. And finally, we have a presentation by former mayor of Maywood and now an activist in environmental cleanup, Felipe Aguirre, regarding the Exide cleanup.
Oh, that's weird. Brown supremacist.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and members of the City Council, and also all the residents of the City of Cudahy. Thank you for the invitation to be here tonight. As you were speaking before, I have been involved with the cleanup of Exide battery recycling plants for the better part of 10 years. Even before I was on the council in Maywood, the issue of lead has always been a problem in our community. And, the thing we come to talk to you about is this company, Exide, existed in the city of Vernon for 97 years, since 1922. And the company, for many years that it was around, it recycled lead batteries. And these batteries, as the process of recycling happened, it would spew out the lead. And this lead spread out around
His
the
name is
southeast
Felipe
cities,
Aguirre.
including the cities of Los Angeles, East Los Angeles, Boyle Heights, Commerce, Maywood, Bell Gardens, Cudahy, Huntington Park, up into the city of Southgate. Originally, the Air Quality Management District had explained to us that the contamination from Exide spewed 4.5 miles around the plant. But the state of California and the Department of Toxic Substance Control decided to only test and remediate within 1.7 miles. I've been a member of the advisory committee on the cleanup, and we're not in agreement with this idea that the state of California has spewed out that only 1.7 miles have been affected, because the same things that have happened in Maywood, that happened in Bell, that happened in Commerce, have also happened, and we see the effect on our children, we see the effect on our older people in these communities. And we want to invite the city of Cudahy to join us in trying to get the expansion of the testing of the Exide up to 4.5 miles. Right now, the state of California, who have been complicit in not having having this battery plant exist for the many years, does not want to test, does not want to do any remediation. At the present, they have tested 10,000 homes in the area, but of those 10,000 homes, they are only going to clean up 2,500 homes. So in reality, 7,500 residents will not have any cleanups done in their property. And the illegal amount of lead in these communities, in all communities in the United States, is 80 parts per million. Well, the situation that we have here in the southeast, including the city of Cudahy, is an area that lead has affected our lives for many, many years. We can see it in the people that have asthma, that have cancer, stomach cancers, and many other types of diseases. In reality, I don't think the state of California has taken this issue very seriously. So we have, after fighting with the state for many, many years, taken on the idea right now to try to create our own local cleanup agency. And we're right now working a bill with the Speaker of the Assembly, Mr. Rendon, also the President Pro Tem of the Senate, Senator Kevin De Leon, and our local supervisor, Supervisor Solis, to try to create legislation in Sacramento to create a local cleanup authority. And for the local cleanup authority, we are proposing that the city of Cudahy be also considered for that local cleanup authority so that our community can do testing. We don't know if there is lead associated with Exide, but there is a DNA and a way that they can find out if the lead that's in our drinking water, the lead that's in our ground, the lead that's in the air has come from Exide. They've gotten to the point where they're able to figure this out. So we want to invite the city of Cudahy to be with us and to all these different communities. We're going around to all the cities in the southeast. We've already gotten a resolution from the city of Bell. We're going to be going to Commerce. We're going to be going to Southgate. We're going to be going to Bell Gardens. And we're going to be asking them to adopt this resolution so that all your cities are included in this testing for lead from Exide. Like I said, there is a way they can identify the lead that comes from Exide, because every time we talk to the regulators, they say, well, you know, there's lead in Mexican candy, hot rolls, those kinds of things. There's lead everywhere. We know that. But it's a problem that we have to identify, and we have to put a stop to it. Because it's something that if we don't identify it and put a stop to it from right now, this is going to continue as a legacy. Yep. About a week and a half ago, we were at Resurrection Parish in Boyle Heights. And this young man came up and he said that his young child, 1-year-old, had just been tested for lead and came out with a very high amount of lead in their blood system. So luckily, there was a doctor there from the county who was able to give him a specific solution for his child. This is the kind of thing that we want to be able to do, connect the problems of health that our communities have with the issue of the lead, with the issue of what's going on in Exide. We're working also with the other members of the Assembly to get additional funds, because the funds that have been set aside to do the cleanup of Exide is only $176 million, of which the state of California has already spent about $40 million. We did get a bill passed by Assembly Member Cristina Garcia to get money from a battery fee, a $2 battery fee that was put in, and this battery fee is going to go on for a certain time certain, so that this money is applied to the cleanup of the lead smelters. This is a big problem in the southeast because lead is in our lives and we really don't know it. And we want to invite the city of Cudahy, we want to invite the city leaders in our community to get more involved with us on the issue of the testing for lead in the community, be part of this legislation to create the local cleanup authority, because we don't really believe that the state of California can do a very good job by themselves. We have a lot of experts working with us. We have a lot of scientists working with us. We have people from UCLA and USC that are on board with our committee. And we're trying to get all the cities in the Southeast tested for lead. Whether there is or there isn't any lead associated with Exide, it doesn't really cost anybody to get tested. The company is on the hook to pay for it. Exide has made that commitment, but we have to have a different kind of an agency, like the County of Los Angeles Public Health Department, to be able to join us, in developing this local cleanup authority. So this is what we come to talk to you about. We have a resolution that we would like to present to the city council and have you guys consider it, and then we can discuss, whatever you'd like to regarding the question of the cleanup. But this is something that affects our youth and affects our senior citizens, and I'm sure all of you have walked the cities of Cudahy, like I walked the streets of Baywood, and we see the people that are sick. We see the people that have died of cancer. We see the people that are injured by this. We just don't identify. We don't connect it with Exide. So this is what we want to invite you to talk to you about this and answer any questions you may have.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that powerful presentation. And that is one of the issues that I've been keeping up with since way back when I first got elected. So you clearly see it on the map. It covers Cudahy. The pollution goes beyond Cudahy. And for some reason, it stops the testing. The testing stops. We're not getting our fair share. So thank you for what you're doing. Keep up the good work. And include that resolution just for further discussion at our next meeting.
Okay. I have a couple other people that I brought with me to speak about a minute, in terms of this issue.
Well, we have, looks like 5 hours.
Okay. All right.
So what we're going to do is, I'll have any of my colleagues that have questions. They can email you offline, and if you can provide your business card and your email, then we'll have any follow-up questions at the next.
Okay. I had just a yes or no question. Will your organization be expanding the scope to include marijuana cultivation centers and the degrading environmental impact that it has on Southeast children in this community?
That's right.
Is there lead in the marijuana?
No, I'm asking if there's.
There shouldn't be.
Our issue is the question of
His microphone
lead,
was cut. Did you see that?
because this is something that affects, like our citizens, that affects all of our children. We can see it in a lot of people, and I can tell you, being on the council in Maywood, we could tell a lot of people who were affected by the lead. You can't tell it on the first time, but the second and third time, you can't tell it. So we'll not be involved in the question of marijuana cultivation.
Thank you so much for that clarification.
So we have the resolution for the city clerk. You can read it and then consider it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's give them a round of applause.
Anybody have any other questions?
Yeah, was that a Bounce Supremacy Summit? I'll show you the video. It's disgusting.
I just want to say a little bit. I work on phase one. One of the workers is doing the cleanup. We're going to be doing the cleanup actually probably in September. But the company Exide started operating in 1922. So we're seeing, and we accumulated the years. The company was closed about 3 years ago. But we're talking about 97 years of contamination. So we think that 1.7 is not correct. And common sense will tell you, after 97 years, it's gone a long way because it travels through the air. So we're coming to Cudahy to join us in this effort. We're talking about, I walk door to door getting access agreements, having people to sign to get their houses checked for lead. Yeah. In that period of time, I was able to talk to a lot of residents in Maywood, Commerce, and other cities. And there's clusters of people that have died of cancer. In Maywood, on 51st Street, I met a family that told me 15 people had died on that street. In Commerce, there's, in the Banquini area, there's also a cluster there of people that have died, like 12 people. And then in Maywood, and not only Maywood, but in East Los Angeles, Loyal Heights, there's clusters there. So a cluster is a pattern, something that's there, that goes on and on. So we're very concerned about this, and particularly the behavioral problem, the learning process in the school system.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I'll be able to sleep easier tonight.
All right. We have about 5 hours of public comment. What I'm going to do is what we've done before to help expedite the process. Really, we're all here for one agenda item, right? So we get.
No.
Did you want to add something? So we expedite the process. Just want to move, and if there isn't any objection, agenda item 6 towards the very back of the agenda, and then we'll proceed right now with public comment. So with that,
this is mine.
Public
One of my
comment.
comments.
This is a time set aside for the public.
Okay.
Member of the public can submit one comment card if he or she wishes to address the city council. Only speakers that submit a public comment card during the first 20 minutes will be considered to speak. So that's it. No more public comment cards. Are there any more public comment cards out there? All right.
There'll be 2 different public hearings, the open comment period now, and then a public hearing immediately preceding the marijuana.
Yes, there's going to be public comment, and then we're going to open it up for another public hearing to discuss the public hearing regarding marijuana.
Okay.
Just one other point of order. Is there another procedure for people filling out cards to be part of the public hearing?
No. They want to speak twice, they can speak twice. So we'll have a fruitful discussion, and if people want to discuss it again during public hearing, they could do so as well. All right. So with that, did you get that, City Clerk? Regarding section 6, we're going to push towards the back of the agenda. We're going to start public comment now. I'm thinking of doing 1 minute. I have to do 1 minute. No?
No.
Sorry. My decision. Order.
Oh, brother.
Let me see here. Let me just count how many we got.
Can actually count. I'm surprised he can actually count. Surprised the guy even has a high school degree. But aptitude isn't a requirement to run for office. It's two signs of it. That's Guillermo Gonzalez right there. Say hi to Guillermo. Why do you spell your name backwards? I don't get that. How about
Any other public comment cards? Right. We have 62 minutes, 120 minutes of public comment.
Let's do it.
That is 2 hours.
Let's do it. Do it.
Let's do it. All right.
Yes.
First.
Jazz hands.
2 minutes. It's an important issue, right? All right. So let's go ahead and we'll stick with the original 2 minutes. It's going to be 2 hours of public comment.
He's waiting for me to blow up or something.
And then we'll start city business after that. So with that, any person who disrupts anybody else during public comment will be asked to escort the room. So let's just respect everybody's opinion. We have first Jesse. It just says Jesse, agenda item, illegals.
Wow.
Excuse me, hold on. That's your first warning. All right? You, the one that turned around. Give me 1 second. The guy that turned around, that's his first warning. Right? Gray shirt.
Okay. Am I in here?
Yes. Give the salute, muscles. All right, first warning. All right, go ahead.
All I want to say is not a racism.
Microphone.
It's about Americanism.
Microphone.
Not about racism, it's about Americanism. Brandon Mendoza,
Billy Wayne Thunderberg, Natalie Jean Thunderberg, Joshua Wilkerson, Alicia Reese, Grant Renbeck, Terry Winsmore, Dominic Burden, Kenneth Smooth Marr, Micah Williams, Kathleen Goldsberg, Haley Goldsberg, Officer Kevin Williams, Sergeant Brandon Mendoza, LaDonna Jamie Brady, Robin Shelmer, Barbara Shelmer, Whitney Monique, Baby Thornborn, Brandy Lee Thorne, mother, Terry Thorne, sister, Sergeant Corey Blake, Grant Renbeck, Daniel Nikki Schumer. These were all Americans that were killed by illegal aliens. And that's a shame. If we can't beg you, we don't want you. Thank you very much.
Right, no applause?
Yes, thank you.
Where'd that come from? Red hat? Red hat with the Make America Great hat. That's your first warning. No applause. All right, well, now you go. That's your first warning. You could stay. One more, you're out. Next, we have Jack Guerrero.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First, let me denounce the council's shameful practice of scheduling last-minute meetings with unacceptable notification in the middle of the day, including budget meetings at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, a carefully camouflaged marijuana discussion at 1 o'clock in the afternoon under the guise of economic development, and a mysterious planning commission meeting last week on marijuana with absolutely no advance notification. Even today's meeting was barely agendized on Friday with no advance notice about your marijuana ghettoization of Cudahy ordinance, and only intermittent access to your website. Shame on your dreadful and surreptitious tactics. I shall reserve my condemnation of your marijuana obsession for the public hearing, but let me just say for now that this community will fight you every step of the way. We do not want marijuana near our schools, churches, playgrounds, or neighborhoods. This is a 1 square mile city. Shame on you for currying favor with an exploitative drug industry which disproportionately targets black and brown communities, and you know it. Now, as the top vote getter in this year's election and the highest vote getter in the history of Cudahy, I am proud to stand with the hardworking people of this community. On their behalf, I continue my long-standing protest against the city's pay-to-play schemes, the history of severely delinquent budgets, $250,000 compensation for the city manager, the repeated illegal violations of the Brown Act, the disregard for the recommendations of the California State Controller and the LA County Civil Grand Jury, and the persistence of lucrative, above-market contracts which benefit vendors, campaign contributors, and personal friends of the City Council at the expense of the people. To the Cudahy 4, I am disgusted by your actions. If this were Beverly Hills or Costa Mesa, you would not be getting away with it, and you know it. This is a hardworking blue-collar community in the most depressed and historically...
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, Mr. Guerrero, set an example. Excuse me.
Who's going to call?
Señora, primer warning. Una vez más, va a tener que sacar.
That's pretty racist.
That's her, the one right here with the white shirt, the old older lady. Her.
God, that's racist.
Just, I know this is not a show. This isn't a soap opera. We're here to discuss rational policy, and that is what this is about. Right? There's people that want to make this theatrics, but it's not. And no gestures as well. What? Got it? Okay. You're interrupting the people behind you. All right? That's right. All All right. Again, anyone can come, speak their mind, no profanity.
What is this?
But we have business to take care of. Next, we have David Argudo.
What the heck is going on? This is freaking 1984.
David Argudo.
This guy with the fucking Che Revolutionary get up back here.
Good evening, buenas noches, council members, Mr. Mayor. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys. Very active community here in your city. I want to just take a moment just to go over some of the stuff. I'm here in the capacity as a community member in the state of California. I'm also here representing the cannabis industry. And one of the reasons that I'm here is because I want to take a moment to acknowledge leadership here for taking the time and not rushing what other cities have been doing that have rushed to try and capture the economic profit of this industry. I think it's been a long time that you guys have spent, and to Councilmember Guerrero, your voice is heard, it's appreciated. However, you mentioned Costa Mesa. Costa Mesa is also in the process of approving cultivation, dispensaries, and distribution in Orange County, city of Costa Mesa. So I would encourage that leadership continue to do what's right and continue to research, educate yourselves, and take this path on the medical side. I really have no opinion on the recreational side, but there's enough evidence that shows that medical works. One thing that I would ask that council to really consider is to consider, every city in California is looking at places to cultivate, distribute, test, but where are the outlets and how are the outlets going to be controlled? I ask that you guys consider it and think about it. I give you kudos for taking the medical approach and not the recreational approach. I think there's benefits. I've worked at City of Hope. I've worked at a biopharmaceutical company in Northern California, and I've seen the benefits of this. So I just want to applaud you guys for having this opportunity, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much for those comments, David. Next, we have Alex Sanchez.
He's the
Okay, move on.
Bye-bye.
Rima Hope. Give her your hand. Okay. Have Nativo Lopez.
Rima Hope. Doxer, everybody. Got her. That man committed voter fraud.
Honorable Mayor, City Council members, and staff, I come before you in representation of the Hermandad Mexicana La Original, the oldest and largest organization of Spanish-speaking immigrants in the United States. Hermandad endorsed the proposition to legalize the recreational use of cannabis, to regulate it, to tax it, and use the tax revenues for health, education, and prevention, law enforcement, and other important needs required by local communities like Cudahy. You have in your hands a legal means to increase your tax revenues locally for your local needs. We recommend that you also issue licenses for dispensaries in Cudahy and reap the tax revenues there also. Other cities throughout California are doing so. All around you, they are doing so, and they will receive the tax revenues if you don't. We encourage you to move forward with your ordinance. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that, Nativo. Next, we have Everardo Navarro.
Good man.
Good evening, and ladies and gentlemen. My name is Everardo Navarro, and today I'd like to start with quoting a quick survey that I came on the internet. Just Googling real quick. It says, and I quote, the 2012 Monitoring the Future survey indicates that marijuana use among 8th to 10th grade and 12th graders has shown a consistent risk over 2010-2011. Daily marijuana use increased significantly in all 3 grades in 2010, 1.2%, 3.3%, and 6.1% in grades 8, 10, and 12, which computes to roughly 1 out of every 16 high school seniors who smoke marijuana daily. The trend increased slightly in the higher grades in 2012, 3.5%, 6.5%, 8, 10, to 12 grades. I come to you as a parent of an 11-year-old boy. Not only do I have to be the watchdog for him on the day-to-day societal issues, but now on top of that, in my backyard is going to be the production, cultivation, manufacturing, and so forth of yet another legal drug. Standing against. So I just hope, and I will quote something from your resolution. If you don't know by now, I do oppose it. I am completely against it. It says that the ordinance is, and I'm quoting here, medicinal commercial cannabis activities except retail dispensaries are to open to the public or point-of-sale purchases should be allowed within overlay zone. And you're trading for that. And I quote again on your resolution, it says, the proposed ordinance would prohibit future public and private schools. So it looks like we're switching around. So I ask you, hopefully you can consider and do your researches.
Thank you.
And not enough time because only 2 minutes.
Thank you.
Allowed for public comment.
Thank you. We'll have another one. Thank you. Okay. Next we have Rick Darrell or Darnell.
Glad you made it, buddy. That's a long drive. Thanks. Wow. Is he one of us? I'm seeing it.
Mayor, Councilman, I want to thank you guys for looking into the marijuana medical situation. I'm a part of the NBA retired players. And my biggest problem is big pharma addicting all our blue-collar workers in San Diego. They're addicted to opiates. Yeah. My ball players come off the court, they fill them with opiates, Oxycontin, Vicodin, and all the problems going on. That's your real war story. Medical marijuana is helping the world right now. If you do enough research, if you really do research, you will open up your eyes. You will see what the effect is doing. You've got Israel, leading religious country in the world, is the leading authority of that. But nobody researched that. I had a fight with the NBA until I started seeing all the problems that we're having in the NBA with addiction. And then they go research what CBD, anti-inflammatory seizure, all the other great diseases we have, cancer, all the great things that's doing. And if you turn your head on this, you're turning on the rest of the people out here, blue-collar workers who are addicted to all these opiates. Open your eyes and see there is some hope in this world. I commend you guys for what you guys are doing. And on behalf of the NBA out here, we are looking for alternative medicine. And it's about being recruited in all post-school. Concussions, not what you're doing is beating up their kids in football, and you're not going to help them sink their brains. You've got to really look at this stuff. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Mr. Cornell. Next we have Pamela Munguia. Once, twice. All right, that's out. Next we have Carmen Hernandez. Carmen Hernandez. No, she's right there.
She's great.
Buenas tardes. Yo nomás vengo a recordarte, García, que tú cuando te nominaste dijiste que jamás iba a entrar aquí la marihuana y que eso a ti te costaba que no. Y que te quitabas hasta el nombre y todo porque no entraran. Y ahora hasta fuiste a México ya con los campos de allá para ver si te traen la marihuana ya más fácil. A eso fuiste a México, a gastar $500 cada día que estuviste allá de nosotros, la comunidad. También te digo una cosa, tú eres un dictador. Ya me lo pones a los cheris que nos pongan un té allá atrás para no hablar, son unos dictadores ustedes. También te quiero decir que acuérdate lo que dijiste y lo que está. Yo soy madre de adolescentes todavía y yo no estoy de acuerdo. Los que están de acuerdo aquí con la marihuana es porque la hacen. Y porque, mira cómo está Markovich.
She points out that the people are doing marijuana.
La hace y ahí está dormido. Ni siquiera pone atención en lo que ustedes vayan a votar. El para todo vota que sí. Que sí. Y no está, velo, para que no mires. Nunca ha hecho nada. Bien. Nunca se la que la use lo que dicen. Están mal de la cabeza, como ustedes. Y yo le agradezco mucho que usted sí nos apoya que la marihuana no entre aquí. Hay 7 escuelas, te lo recuerdo, 7 escuelas que hay. Ahorita te reíste porque dijiste, van a hacer con plomo. No puedes decir si van a sembrar con plomo la tierra. Eso no lo puedes, ni te puedes burlar de eso, porque nunca lo vas a hacer.
Gracias. Gracias. Gracias, señora. Muy amable. All right. Next, we have Patricia Covarrubias. Patricia Covarrubias.
Buenas tardes a todos. Aquí traigo un papel de hace 4 o 5 años cuando corrió el señor Garcia, que era nuestro líder de los activistas,
Garcia,
diciendo en contra de José Barrios que quería poner la marihuana. Y él estaba en contra de la marihuana, de la cultivación de marihuana. Aquí está el papel. Él lo pagó para que la gente votara en contra de José Barrios porque quería la marihuana. ¿Cómo cambió? Ahorita ya la queremos. Aquí está, los que lo quieran ver. Unidos por Cudahy. Era nuestro grupo de activistas. Yo estaba de activista con él. Todo ha cambiado totalmente. Es un hipócrita totalmente. Hace como 3 semanas hubo una meeting donde vinimos pocas personas. Y él le pidió al público, vamos a darle un aplauso a las personas que van a pelear en contra de Huntington. Si quieres que aplaudan, hay que aplaudir todos juntos, no nomás cuando tú pidas. Yo estaba aquí cuando estaban aplaudiendo y él lo pidió. Eso es hipócrita. Aquí tengo muchos papeles cuando él estaba a favor de todo lo bueno de Cudahy. El único que ha cumplido todo lo bueno para Cudahy es el señor Jack Guerrero. Él no ha cambiado para nada. Así que le pido al público, acuérdense de los que van a votar a favor de la marihuana para que en las elecciones lo saquemos. Gracias.
All right, escort her out. That was yeah. Who was that?
throwing her out just for applauding?
They're hiding. I can see them. All right. Next, we got Christopher Kidd.
I'm gonna have to remember that.
That's the first warning. Okay. Go ahead.
This is outrageous.
Good evening, Mayor, Honorable Vice Mayor, City Council, police staff, and everybody in the audience. I know the silent majority is out tonight. I mean, loud minority is out tonight. But the silent majority of which voted over 55% for recreational, matter of fact, in the city of Cudahy already spoken. And Quinnipiac poll, which is one of the poll company in the U.S., 91% of U.S. citizens are for medical marijuana. And 71% don't want that to get involved with the city, state, or any place that's already passed, decided to go ahead with legal and regulation of cannabis. Lastly, Cudahy is broke. I've seen the financials. It's broke. How are you going to fix it? I mean, I don't see any stadiums coming to Cudahy. I don't see any Disneyland coming to Cudahy.
Jack
I don't
has
see
been
cannabis
talking about
there.
that
The only
a
solution
long time.
that's left over. If the gentleman, Councilman Burr, has a better idea, I would love to hear it. I just don't see it. Small city like you said. Also, this is a small family community, not according to the U.S. Census. The median age of Cudahy is 27, and income is barely over the poverty level. So where's a better job than I would love to hear it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that, Mr. Kim. Next, we have R.C. Maxwell.
So while I certainly did have some words prepared, this kind of song and dance that we play at these city council meetings has me actually wanting to focus on something a little bit different. So I think it's quite funny how beholden you guys seem to the rules of the city council meeting. I mean, no claps, identify someone in the audience, tell an officer, remember that there's a warning. It all seems a little bit absurd to me, which kind of calls into question, why do you have such a preference to following rules and order within a city council meeting when people are trying to voice their displeasure against your governance, but you have no respect for order when it comes to, I don't know, transparency on passing medical marijuana initiatives? You have no respect for law and order when it comes to, I don't know, maybe supporting a federal law that says that in order to be a legal citizen of this country, you have to follow certain rules and guidelines. So saying something like that, I bet, makes me seem like I'm a racist person, or maybe even a Nazi to some individual in this crowd. But I want to make sure this comes across cleanly and directly. Anyone who supports America and supports America's laws is not inevitably a Nazi. And anyone who's a true patriot that stands up for what he believes, time in, time out, despite the circus that this city council meeting obviously is, anyone who does that is a true patriot. And someone like that is Arthur Schaper. He's someone I consider to be my friend. And the fact that he constantly gets vitriol from individuals at city council meetings like this is preposterous. But now it's all clear to me. I see who leads these city council meetings and how ridiculously they're enforced. So, given the fact that I'm now able to kind of take everything in, I guess it's all just ludicrous. Hopefully you guys come back to reality at some point. I'll be back. No claps. No claps.
Thank you. Next, we have Fred McIntosh.
I bank on that. God, I've been honored in this council before.
Hello. I just want to inform everyone that in case they don't know about this, the former mayor of Cudahy, David Silva, Councilman Osvaldo Conde, and city employee Angel Perez were arrested and convicted of accepting $17,000 in bribes in exchange for allowing marijuana dispensary stores to open in the city of Cudahy. Now I see the marijuana cartel really wants in here bad. They'll do whatever it takes to get in here. And I don't have any problem with people smoking marijuana for medical purposes. What happens is the people that get marijuana, their kids steal it from them, and then by the time they're in junior high school or high school, they're addicted to these drugs. And we don't want Cudahy to be a model for citizens in junior high becoming potheads for the rest of their lives. So you have a decision to make on this. I would like to see Cudahy become a clean city and obey by federal laws and not let the marijuana cartel in here. So let's not have anyone more arrested for bribes and let's clean up the city a little more. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Mr. McIntosh. Next, we have Manuel V.
council members. Is it on? No. First thing I want to say is it's an honor of being up here, speaking to these councilmen. First thing I want to say, I agree with Mr. Aguirre, what he said earlier about the excise lead cleanup. Earlier, I did a on civility earlier. I do agree that, you know, like you said, Mr. Garcia, we are a civilized society that we treat each other with respect. These council meetings should be more unified in a civil manner. I do agree with that. Another thing I do want to mention, I can see why you want to reduce it down to 1 minute, but you know, give us a chance for 2 minutes. Because you do have a lot of cards, like 60 cards. That's a lot. So you're trying to narrow it down as possible, keep it simple. What I do want to mention is what Jack just mentioned earlier. Separate issues besides, you know, the lead. I think, and what are your plans for the marijuana dispensaries? I'm asking all four of you guys. What are you guys' plans for dispensaries here in Cudahy?
Sorry, it's not a.
No. Okay.
We'll get to that.
Okay. So I just wanted to, yeah, just I just want to say I disagree with it because you know there are kids, a lot of schools, you know. So that's all I got to say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Manuel. All right. Next we have the Jaguar Red Feather.
Thank you.
What? Red Feather. What? Or Jaguar Red Feather. All right. Well. All right. Well, there goes his shot. Let me put it back here. Next, we have Nancy Paz.
Young children.
Wow, she's new here.
Nancy. Next, we have Kat Hernandez.
Oh, she is. That's a lie.
Hello, gentlemen. I just wanted to ask about the status of the utility user tax, the repeal of the utility user tax. And I want to warn the residents of Cudahy, please do not sign the petition to repeal the utility users tax. It was written by people from Torrance who do not have the city's best interest in mind. Repealing the utility users tax would defund the city, and residents will be left without. They would not have public service. They would not have a lot of vital services. This is why we need a utility users tax. A lot of cities rely on that utilities users tax. So it's not a good idea. But yeah, I would like to know what's going on with that. And I also would like to say, you know, how would you like it if somebody from outside of your city, you know, about 20 miles away wants to decide what happens to your community?
That's you.
Well, that's what's happening right now. So yeah, think twice if somebody comes up to you with that petition. And I would also like to urge the council to please, please, please support a resolution for the excise cleanup. We are all here tonight for the health of this community, for future generations, and you know, if this environment is contaminated with lead, we're not going to have children doing well in schools, because we've seen what happens in Flint, Michigan, with the contaminated water. And you know, one of the biggest things to a healthy community is a clean environment. So once again, please support the excise cleanup and testing the soil and making sure that our children could live without getting contaminated. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Ms. Hernandez. Next, we have Ignopas. ¿Cómo se dice?
Victorio Paz.
Victorio Paz.
Hola, buenas tardes. Así es, mi nombre es Victorio Paz. VRGDONIO. PZ. Ok. En este momento, antes que nada, gracias por la oportunidad que nos dan, ¿verdad?, de estar acá. De verdad, es muy preocupante la situación ahora en día. Las personas están dependiendo de muchas drogas, de muchas cosas que contaminan al cuerpo de las personas, contaminan la sociedad en sí. Incluso podemos ver que es por eso que existen los DUIs, ¿verdad? Sabemos que con 2 cervezas no puede manejar, sabemos que una persona que fuma marihuana no puede manejar, a una persona que fuma marihuana no se puede subir en escaleras, una persona que fuma marihuana es como quien dice una persona que está completamente sedado, ¿verdad? Y si lo van a usar en medicina es porque le van a dejar que no sienta dolores y tratar de ponerlo en onda para que se olvide de sus penas. Pero eso no es la solución que queremos. Queremos de que de alguna manera, está bien lo del plomo, poner a ver qué podemos hacer con respecto a la limpieza de casas, tratar de ver, entonces todo está bueno. Pero el traer dispensarios de marihuana, eso le va a ocasionar semejantes problemas en su gobierno, en su generación que viene y en la de más personas, o sea, vamos a ver a 20 años. Esta ciudad, si ahorita está pobre, después va a bajar 3, 4 niveles a más pobreza. De todo corazón, ¿sabe qué? Es deseo de que Dios le dé sabiduría a todo lo que usted decida, ¿verdad? Y esperando también de que tome en cuenta, una vez más, el decir no traer dispensarios de marihuana. Te lo agradecería, aparte que yo, su propia generación venidera. Y pues los demás niños que van a nacer, la gente que van a crecer aquí alrededor, si en alguna razón están buscando fondos, los fondos van a venir. Es cosa de esperar.
Sí, gracias, buen dicho, que tener una plática. Next, we have Adela Cabrera. Cabrera.
Buenas tardes a todos los presentes de la Cámara. Gracias porque nos invitaron en esta reunión. El motivo de esta reunión estar aquí es que estoy en contra de la legalización de la marihuana en la ciudad de Cudahy, porque eso crearía más vandalismo y drogadicción en nuestra comunidad. Yo que camino por estas calles veo todo y esto lo he vivido en carne propia con mis hijos. Ellos eran adictos a la marihuana y por causa de esa droga ellos dejaron la high school. No habían terminado sus estudios, ahora ellos se han regenerado y han terminado sus estudios, gracias a Dios por su misericordia, y ahora son profesionales. Y digo a la legalización de la marihuana que no, porque eso afectaría mucho a nuestra generación venidera. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias por sus comentarios. Next, we have, I'll try this one more time, Jaguar, red feather.
Why does he get another bid?
No? All right. Next, we have Claudia Herrera.
That's kind of racist. It's kind of discriminatory. Why does he get a second dib?
Primeramente quiero darle las gracias por darnos la oportunidad de dar nuestro punto de vista en lo que se requiere acerca de lo que están queriendo legalizar. Yo estoy en contra porque soy madre de jóvenes, soy madre de niños, que estoy preocupada porque yo he visto personalmente a los jóvenes cómo se han destruido, hogares cómo se han destruido, familias que se han destruido a causa de eso. Entonces yo estoy en contra. Los niños se están familiarizando tanto del tema que a corta edad van a querer hacer lo mismo, porque están escuchando. Y aparte de eso, es verdad, esa ciudad es pobre y a 5, 10 años, 15 años, ¿cómo va a estar la ciudad? ¿Por qué no mejor pensar en hacer algo diferente? ¿Por qué mejor no pensar en hacer algo productivo, algo que les ayude a los jóvenes, algo que les ayude a los niños? ¿Por qué todo el tiempo de destrucción? Yo digo no a la marihuana, porque no es medicina.
Gracias por esos comentarios, señora Herrera. Try it one more time. Alex Sanchez.
Union puppet. Union whore.
Hey, good evening, City Council. Good evening to the residents. It's nice to see a big turnout like this. This is what city government is all about. Keeping your city council in check, getting involved in politics for where you live. It's really important. So
Union whore and a double dealer.
This cannabis issue is a big issue, not only here, but at every other place. Medicinal use is fine with the majority of constituents, but the problem is abuse. So, of course, the problem is going to be whether the manufacturing facilities that are put in place, if that's going to bring in more high crime or what. And I think the residents were concerned that maybe they didn't have a lot of input on how the businesses were going to be moving forward. It's unfortunate that we keep seeing time and time again people that are coming from other cities that have no input for this city. They just come in with negativity to try to divide the city, even though they have a lot of problems on their own doorstep. We see them time and time again. I wish these residents from other communities would come with a positive message or help to make Cudahy a better place. But every time they come, it's just for division. All I ask is that you listen to the residents when it has to do with the cannabis cultivation and put their minds at ease when it has to do with manufacturing, because we're all afraid of the drug lords, all the crime that brings in with illicit drugs. So thank you very much and have a good night.
Thank you so much for those comments, Mr. Sanchez. Next, we have David Ochoa. Give us your time. Samara Rodriguez.
Buenas tardes a todos. Gracias por la oportunidad que nos dan de estar aquí presentes, porque es muy importante nuestra voz. En este momento estamos hablando aquí como la comunidad y como madres que no estamos aprobando que entre la droga en nuestra comunidad. ¿Por qué? Porque destruye a nuestros jóvenes, destruye la adolescencia. Destruye la adolescencia, está destruyendo las escuelas. Los niños no terminan la escuela porque ya están enfermos de su cabeza de tanta droga. Nosotros estamos pidiendo, suplicando como madres, porque va a destruir hogares. Va a empezar la corrupción en esta área. ¿Por qué? Porque van a empezar robos. Porque la gente que se mete droga empieza a robar de la misma adicción que tiene. Tenemos que pensar en nuestros niños, en nuestros jóvenes, no solo en nosotros, porque hay un futuro. Pero el futuro no es para nosotros, es para la descendencia que estamos dejando. Tenemos que hacer las cosas bien. No solo pensar que la marihuana va a curar, eso es mentira. Porque la marihuana no cura, cura la inteligencia y la sabiduría del hombre. Gracias.
Gracias, señora Rodríguez. Next we have Alma Herrera. Alma Herrera. No, Alma Herrera. Is that you? Oh. Did you speak already? Not yet. Oh.
They all look the same to him? Yeah, that's kind of racist, isn't it?
I'm a new resident of the city of
So
Cudahy.
Chris Garcia
I
thinks we all
strongly
look the
consider
same.
the distribution of
No racist.
marijuana should not be approved, even if it's just for medicinal purposes. I consider that it is the introduction to stronger substances, and that there's people that will abuse the use of it. As a mother of 2 teenagers, I speak because I don't want them to grow up in a community that has easy access to marijuana. Once again, to finalize my speech, I strongly disagree. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to express myself.
Thank you so much for those comments. Next we have Josefina Benitez.
Sí, buenas tardes. Yo de antemano también les doy las gracias. Felicito, Mr. Guerrero, y al que están a favor de la marihuana. Qué tristeza, tan jóvenes, o sea, que les gusta la marihuana, les gusta la droga. Pero esto es terrible para nuestros hijos, para nuestra comunidad, para todos los que vivimos en esta área. Yo no estoy de acuerdo con eso, porque yo en mi vida pasé eso. Mi expareja Tuve violencia doméstica, me rompió el oído, me rompió acá, porque usaba esas cochinadas. Gracias a Dios y a la policía que ya lo tienen preso. Pero les suplico que cancelen esa cosa horrible. Y a los que les gusta, que se lo lleven a su casa, a sus hijos, a sus nietos y a su descendencia. Gracias.
Gracias. Next we have Aurora Armentia.
Mayor and Council. My name is Aurora. I'm here in regards to the medical marijuana distribution for the city. I'm against it for many reasons. It will affect the level of education for our young generation. It will create more competition with drug traffickers and local drug dealers. It will destroy families. Also, our young youth will not function properly. And no one wants their children to start a vicious marijuana addiction. It will affect them mentally and emotionally in today's society. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for those comments. Next we have Maria Zavala.
Buenas tardes, sí. Gracias por la oportunidad de darme de expresar mi opinión. Mi nombre es María Zavala y estoy aquí para presentar mi opinión acerca de la votación que se está llevando esta noche de la producción de marihuana medicinal. El uso de esta sustancia daña la mente físicamente, y no solo a una persona que lo consume, sino a toda la familia. No es solo que él se destruye físicamente, sino que hay muchas lágrimas, hay mucho dolor. Y yo se los suplico que tengan, que estudien más el programa o como ustedes le llamen, para que esto quede cancelado. No puede hacer estas sustancias que se venden que curan, no curan la mente, no curan nada, es solo temporal. No hay medicina, no es medicina. Aunque ellos digan que sí es medicina, no es medicina. Gracias por esta oportunidad.
Gracias por su comentario. Next we have April Zavala.
Good evening, and thank you to the mayor and the members of the city council for allowing me a couple minutes to speak on a vote to take place on the day regarding the allowance of medicinal-only commercial cannabis activities within a specified overlay zone in Cudahy. My name is April, and while I'm not a current resident of the city of Cudahy, I have been a resident of the neighboring city of Southgate for the past 3 years, and I was previously a resident of the city of Huntington Park for almost 20 years. So I'm very familiar with the community of Cudahy. I have been employed as a children's social worker for the past 11 years, and I have first-hand experience and knowledge of the detrimental effects of marijuana use, even medicinal marijuana use. Based on my experience, any substance, whether medicinal or not, that alters a person's critical thinking, judgment, and reasoning is incredibly dangerous, especially when they are left in the care of a person who is under that influence. I'm aware of cases where children have died and severely abused and neglected as a result of a parent being under the influence of mind-altering substances.
Unbelievable.
To vote in favor of allowing medicinal-only commercial cannabis activities in Cudahy will only enable and encourage individuals from all neighboring cities to continue to fuel their marijuana addiction. And the decision is made to possibly allow the children of Cudahy to grow up with marijuana lab or a marijuana distributor within walking distance of their homes. It no longer becomes a decision about bringing revenue into the city, but it becomes a decision based on our absolute disregard for the safety and well-being of our children.
Thank you so much for those comments. Next we have Lilia Orozco.
Buenas tardes. Gracias por la oportunidad que me dan. Solo vengo a decir que no estoy de acuerdo en la marihuana, porque yo no puedo decir que yo lo he hecho, pero tengo mi descendencia, que son mis hijos, mis nietos, y yo no quisiera mirarlos. Bueno, mirarlos y no poder hacer nada, porque si la están queriendo pasar por ley, entonces, si lo han hecho sin ley, Ahora imagínense con la, qué es lo que se puede esperar de todo eso. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias por sus comentarios. Next we have Junesio C. Eugene. Sí.
Sí, como pueden ver en esta tarde de esta reunión, la mayoría de los que acá presentes estamos unidos. No pueden ustedes, como concejales de esta ciudad, no pueden ignorar el sentir de la comunidad. Estamos totalmente de desacuerdo con la implementación de la marihuana. Ya ustedes ya escucharon las razones, los motivos. Deberían ustedes, como concejales de esta ciudad que fueron electos por la comunidad, por el pueblo, pensar cómo atraer fábricas que puedan contribuir al desarrollo de esta comunidad. La ciudad de Cudahy merece una mejor oportunidad y ustedes en sus manos tienen la decisión, o después ustedes se van a arrepentir en las próximas elecciones. Yo soy una persona cristiana, creo en Dios y estamos orando para que Dios los ilumine sus pensamientos, para que dejen de pensar en eso. ¿Por qué? Porque va a traer más pobreza. Ya dijeron, ya escucharon al pueblo que dijeron que la ciudad de Cudahy está pobre. Entonces la ciudad de Cudahy merece un mejor futuro y en sus manos están para que ustedes puedan cambiar la historia de esta comunidad. Les exhorto a que ustedes tomen una decisión sabia, correcta, porque yo sé que hay muchos intereses políticos, hay muchos intereses personales, económicos de por medio, pero no se dejen influenciar. En sus manos nuevamente está la decisión de esta ciudad. Muchas gracias.
Gracias por sus comentarios. Next we have Mar Ramírez.
Les agradezco el tiempo. Yo también estoy en contra porque yo también pasé una experiencia con uno de mis hijos y él de tener trabajo, tener escuela y estar bien, por hacer fumar esa hierba, terminó sin escuela, sin trabajo, sin carro y sin nada, enfermo y casi muere por esa sustancia. Yo pienso que hay otras maneras medicinales que no tenga que ser la marihuana. Yo estoy en contra porque tengo mis otros hijos, gracias a Dios él ya está mucho mejor, pero tengo mis nietos y aún mis generaciones y yo quiero un futuro mejor y creo que todos como ciudadanos merecemos que Cudahy sea una ciudad mejor. Muchas gracias.
Gracias. Next we have Jasmine Almedia.
Good afternoon. I'm here to share why I'm against the proposal. First and foremost, our health will be debunked. It's not good for our health. It impairs the immune system and our short-term memory. It's a complete negative connotation to our community. Do you want that for our community, known as the marijuana community? Let's go. It also raises the risk of heart disease. And it causes respiratory and brain damages. It is a drug. And it's significantly addictive. And access to this industry that is poorly regulated will attract more people, including our youth. Research shows that heavy smokers are several times more likely to violent crimes than those who do not. This is going to be to our community, to our youth. And on the contrary, as we cut ahead, we must create a strong future for our youth. That's what we're here for, right? And the use of marijuana, the use of these dispensaries will not help. Thank you for listening to me. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. That was Almeida or Ramirez? Almeida. We got Ramirez as well. Sergio Frausto.
Buenas tardes, señor alcalde, miembros del consejo. Muchas gracias por darnos la oportunidad de poder expresar nuestro sentimiento como comunidad. Yo como miembro, como residente de esta comunidad, ciudad de Cudahy, estoy preocupado ya que tengo 3 hijos, los cuales no me gustaría que el día de mañana, si se llegase a aprobar esta ley, salir con ellos a caminar y ver que alguien está consumiendo la marihuana, ver que alguien está vendiendo la marihuana. Muchas personas piensan que es la solución para esta ciudad. No es la solución. Hay muchas más opciones que se pueden hacer. No es el último camino. Podemos ver a través del tiempo que donde ha habido marihuana, donde ha habido droga, ha habido más crímenes, más violencia. Los hogares se han quebrado los hogares, familias se han roto a causa de esto, personas han muerto a causa de esto. No queremos aquí tener una ciudad llena de cárteles de droga que están haciéndolo legalmente. No puede ser posible esto. Nuestros hijos merecen un mejor futuro. Esta ciudad merece un mejor futuro. No porque sea una ciudad pequeña no quiere decir que no tenga la oportunidad de ser una mejor ciudad. Así es de que les pedimos como comunidad, como residentes de Cudahy, que no aprueben esa ley. Gracias.
Gracias, señor Fausto. Next we have Maria. Mario? Maria Pedras.
I'm confused. Are they doing marijuana first? Public comment?
Next we have Norma. This is Norma.
I'm like, first, wait. No, I wasn't. I just got to deal with it.
Maris. Norma.
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Gracias. Mi nombre es Norma Gutiérrez. Yo estoy aquí porque estoy en contra del cultivo de la marihuana por la situación de que tengo un sobrino que está en esa situación y estoy mirando la desesperación de mi hermana. Entonces el chamaco dejó de estudiar, ya está muy mal. Entonces estoy totalmente en contra porque ustedes también tienen hijos y pónganse en su lugar de un madre o de un padre. ¿Qué harían en ese lugar? Entonces, estoy totalmente en contra y necesitamos que ustedes no aprueben esto. Gracias.
Gracias, Norma. William. Tulukai. Tuluki.
Buenas tardes, gracias por el tiempo que nos permiten estar acá. Nomás quiero decir que estamos en desacuerdo con aprobar la marihuana por el hecho que somos padres de familia, pero no solamente pensando en nuestros hijos, sino también pensando en todos los jóvenes que existen en esta ciudad. Los jóvenes de esta ciudad y de todas las ciudades y de todo el mundo creo que son el futuro, especialmente en esta ciudad, de nuestra ciudad y de todo el mundo, ¿verdad? Entonces yo estoy en desacuerdo porque cuando uno comienza a usar la marihuana, yo cuando era joven la usé, y te tira otra droga. O sea, no es de que simplemente estemos en desacuerdo en la marihuana, sino que también lleva otra droga porque ya no te basta, te hace una adicción y ya no, como no te basta, ya no te pone muy high, necesitas algo más fuerte. Entonces, por eso estamos en desacuerdo. Yo estoy en desacuerdo personalmente y toda la comunidad de Cudahy porque no queremos aquí que ustedes acepten la marihuana. Otra cosa, va a traer mucha criminalidad. Las personas si ustedes la han usado, no sé si ustedes la usan o no, lo pone loco a uno y uno hace cosas que no está bien en sus sentidos. Es una mentira que es medicina. Es una mentira y todos lo sabemos. Así que estoy en desacuerdo con que aprueben lo de la marihuana. Gracias por su tiempo.
Gracias, señor William. Try to get, I think it's Maria. No? All right, let's put that away now. Nenos Garrido. Nenos. Nonos. Ninoska. No. Rivera. Is that you? Ah, okay. Way off. Perdón. Buenas noches. ¿Y cómo se pronuncia? Ninoska.
Micrófono. No se oye.
Mucho respeto para los presentes. Yo estoy aquí en contra de esta
aprobación de esta ley que ustedes quieren dictaminar y pues yo lo único que les digo que no se haga porque no es bueno por los hijos. No he pasado por esta situación, pero tengo nietos y uno no sabe el día de mañana. Y que el Señor les ilumine para que puedan hacer lo que tengan que hacer.
Gracias. Yolanda Cabezas.
Buenas tardes. Quisiera comentar que esto de la marihuana no está bien. No es nada, no es algo fácil para los padres, para los hijos. Que uno vea el caer de los niños, de violaciones, todo eso es muy duro para la gente. Duele el corazón de cada familia. Destruye hogares. Eso no es bueno, no queda nada bueno. Pasa un año, pasa otro y es peor cada vez. Y nosotros vemos en las esquinas a las personas, a los jóvenes, cómo se pierden. Es un dolor. Si ustedes no han visto, o si lo han visto, tienen que comprender. El dolor de cada familia a veces es más grande. Necesitamos que hagan leyes más buenas, que beneficien a los jóvenes, porque es el futuro. Es el futuro que nosotros tenemos que cuidar como OSP. Lo tenemos que hacer. Gracias.
Gracias. Next we have Renee Paz. Renee Luna Paz. Renee.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es René de la Cruz. Solamente vine esta tarde. No estoy de acuerdo con la legalización de marihuana. Como padre o como madre, no queremos ver a nuestros hijos fumando marihuana, llegando tarde a la casa a las 3 de la mañana, 4 de la mañana. Eso no queremos ver en casa. Yo creo que ustedes son padres. Yo creo que ustedes tienen hijos, adolescentes, jóvenes. Usted no gustaría ver a sus hijos llegando tarde a la casa o escuchando una noticia que pelearon allá afuera o murieron allá afuera por usar marihuana, por consumir esas cosas. Entonces, no queremos eso. Yo creo que todos nosotros somos padres aquí, somos madres aquí. Entonces, no queremos eso, que eso suceda con nuestros hijos. Entonces, yo no estoy de acuerdo con eso, Señor. Que Dios le bendiga, que Dios lo use, para que pueda tomar las mejores decisiones para esta ciudad. Esta ciudad es la ciudad más pobre, pero nosotros tenemos el futuro para que esta ciudad crezca, para que todos los jóvenes vengan. Los jóvenes son la generación que va a levantar esta ciudad si nosotros ponemos el ejemplo. Si nosotros ponemos mal ejemplo, ellos también van a mirar en nosotros, porque somos el ejemplo. Gracias, Señor.
Gracias a usted. Next we have Mildred Salguera.
Es una excelente oportunidad para nosotros como miembros de esta comunidad. Darle las gracias, concejal, alcalde, gracias. Todo tiene su tiempo y sabemos muy bien que cuando nosotros decidimos hacer votaciones para poner un gabinete que va a estar al frente de nuestras familias como sociedad, nosotros creemos tener la mejor decisión.